You are listening to the audio production of The Endless Hour, The True Story of a Haunted Soul, by Jesse Battle, with William Greenleaf, published by Redemption Press. This book is read by Paul Michael. Part 1. Imagination, Creativity, Dreams. Chapter 1. Unspoken Words. As his eyelids slowly opened, an orange ball of fire descended from the sky. He heard an explosion, followed repeatedly by others. Screams and angry yells echoed through the air. Tires screeched and cars crashed on contact. Footsteps pounded the pavement like thunder. Frantic faces, filled with fear, cried with apprehension. Inside his jacket, he felt the heavy weight of steel. He braced the gun with both hands and pointed it in front of him. Quivering with excitement, he fired 6 consecutive shots, the bullets leaving trails of smoke. "Jesse, get in your room and pick up your toys." Hearing his mother's voice, Jesse got up slowly, standing above his toy soldier. He bent over and picked it up. The small plastic green figure stood about 2 inches high, with immovable parts, his warrior and hero. Longing to continue his adventure, he stared at the other soldiers from a distance. His childlike mind fought the transition back into reality, the soldier's words still on his lips. "Oh, I'm hit. Don't think I'm going to make it. They got me. Oh, no. I've got to get up." Escaping back into his imaginary world, he bent over to place his green playmate among the others. "You better be picking up those toys and cleaning your room," came his mother's voice again. 5-year-old Jesse looked around in a daze as he returned to the present. Annoyed with the interruptions, he frowned and stood up slowly. Looking down at his clothes, he made sure that his short-sleeved red print shirt, blue jeans, and white canvas sneakers were still meticulously neat. Although he resented having to give up his adventure, he knew that his mother meant business, so he headed toward that dreaded place. Emerging from behind the living-room sofa, he walked in the direction of his room, passing the empty kitchen. Then he stopped, took 4 steps backward, and slowly crept across the kitchen floor. Approaching the gigantic refrigerator, he struggled with the handle but managed to open the door. He peered inside. There it was, wrapped tightly in plastic, his favorite snack, watermelon. Jesse plunged into it. The plastic covering presented a problem at first, but in no time Jesse had it out of the way. He stuffed one handful after another of cool sweetness into his mouth. The melon's juice dripped down his face and onto his shirt. It didn't take long before he had managed to get the juice all over himself and the floor. Spotting a pitcher of Kool-Aid, he wanted a glass. He tried to reach the pitcher by standing on his toes, but couldn't. He quickly put his plan into action. Moving a chair from the kitchen table, he pulled it toward the refrigerator. He couldn't seem to get the chair there fast enough. Through the open window, the sun cast rays of warmth upon freshly washed dishes. Jesse grabbed a glass from the drain board in the sink. After climbing onto the chair, he poured and slurped down the Kool-Aid so quickly he hardly had time to taste it before pouring a second glass. After wiping his face with his hands and shirt, he shut the refrigerator door, leaving sticky wetness sliding down the handle. Moving as quickly as he could, Jesse placed the dirty glass back with the clean dishes. He was grabbing paper towels when he heard the latch on the screen door. He froze as he listened to the familiar footsteps coming toward the kitchen. He wiped his shirt with the paper towels before throwing them in the garbage. Quickly pushing the chair back to the kitchen table, he tried to camouflage himself in the chair. "I'll make myself invisible."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?